All right, welcome everyone to another edition of Trading Bitcoin with your host Tone Vays, and I am joined by none other than Willy Woo. Man, our paths seems to be crossing a lot lately. Cheers, man.
Cheers. I was wondering where your wine was. Wow, it's like
Yeah,
Bitcoin's
your
crazy.
hair is really showing off now, huh, in the wind.
Yeah, it's pretty windy here.
So, do we want to announce where we are?
Yeah, we're in Boracay, Boracay, Philippines. It's one of the best spots for kiting in Southeast Asia. We turned up and there was no wind for 5 days, but it's just kicked in for the last, well, it's pretty much when you came, Tone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been. So I brought the rain to Australia, then I brought the rain to Bali. They had a rainy season that didn't even start yet, and they literally had no rain for months. They're running out of water, and now apparently I brought the wind to Boracay.
So you're the
Uh,
rainmaker.
yeah. So
That's good.
unfortunately, oh, here they come. You're gonna see some kite surfers coming through behind us in a minute. So this is one of Willy's hobbies. Um, they're gonna make it over here. Wow, that's
I
a
think
nice
they're not
jump.
going to go that far, yeah.
No, he's still going. They're going.
We call that guy Carrot Man because it's almost dark. They
Yeah.
went till after sunset last night.
Let me see if are you guys out here? How do you not like kill you, like run into each other?
Oh, it does happen. I think Ian, our friend Ian, crashed into an Uber earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It takes about half an hour out of your day. Untangle yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. All right. Hey, let me I mean, everyone kind of knows who you are, but when I don't have you introduce yourself, then I get blamed for being an asshole and not introduce people that come on the show. By the way, I'm paying attention to this site. This is the coronavirus.
What was he?
And yeah, Philippines had a reported death.
The first reported death
yeah.
outside of China.
And so that's where we are right now in the Philippines. And the flights from China are being canceled.
Yeah, all
into the US.
flights. Actually, even in New Zealand, I think Australia's closed it. A lot of countries doing that. Mainland China. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me go to Twitter. This is how prepared I am, and I'm typing with one hand. Oh, this is my Twitter, but we're gonna go over to Willy's Twitter. There he is. All right, Willy, quick intro and mention a few projects you're working on.
Oh yeah.
And then we go from there.
I do I'm an analyst. I do on-chain analysis. So I look at the flows of capital going through the blockchain to do crystal ball readings on where the market's going, what the structure is, macro market kind of stuff. Day job is one of the partners in Adaptive Fund. So we're a trading fund. We actively trade the markets. That's with Murad, David Poole, and we've got a good team of analysts there too. So we use on-chain and all sorts of indicators to trade the markets. Oh yeah, I'm an advisor to Level and an investor, which is a new exchange. Not really an exchange, it's kind of Netflix for finance, and we're starting with crypto. We're about to launch bank accounts. So native peering to your crypto, to fiat, and your own bank account and debit card. So that's coming up in the next quarter. And also, yeah, Exodus Wallet. Been an investor advisor there for, I don't know, 5 years now, I think.
Wow.
4 or 5 years, yeah. So they're doing really great, strength to strength.
All right, very cool. Yeah, guys, so I do have an affiliate code with Level as well. So if you are interested, it's $9 a month, and all you can trade. And they're about to get into a lot of banking services. So check that out. All right. Willy's website is woobull.com. He has a separate section inside of it for charts, woobull.com, and that's what we're going to talk about. And just general views on the market. And before we start talking about that, the reason I don't kite surf, that's Willy's expertise. But I wanted to meet up here. Last time I was in Boracay was 10 years ago. Damn, this island has changed. And from here, we are going to shoot over to Satoshi Roundtable. I think it's the first time for both of us, right?
Yeah, first time.
So thank you, Bruce, for the invite. Looking forward to it. We'll see what it's like over there.
Yeah, Cancun.
Yeah, so we'll be over at the round table after this as well. All right, Willie. So what are your general takes on the market these days? Do we want to go straight to the charts? You want to do a general overview? What's up?
Okay, so December, like, oh, first off, I've been on vacation for a while, so I haven't been really tracking the market. So I can talk to the past. In December, we saw on-chain flip bullish. So we were very bearish in a very bearish setup inside the bull market. I wouldn't say we were in a bear market, but we were in a trending bear sort of move inside the bull market. And we saw that flip on chain around December. Was it mid-December or no? It was early December. It was early December. I think maybe the 7th. I can't remember. Look on my Twitter. There's even the chart there. But that's usually a sign that the price action will follow between 4 to 6 weeks later. So we kind of hit that, was it 6,500 sort of last spike down. There was 3 spikes down. And by then on chain, it was starting to run up. And so, you know, a lot of people were bearish going into, if you remember, we were heading out of 7,000 and we're heading up to this kind of 6-month resistance channel. And people.
So we're talking about like May, around May.
I'm talking about what happened and what transpired at the first week of January. Now we're just closed out January, but what happened was, yeah, like on-chain took off, price action followed. We had a lot of confidence in a lot of these technical indicators, which, you know, Murad does a lot more in our fund, but he showed me a chart of a massive amount of different moving averages, VWAPs, TWAPs, and they'd flipped to bullish. So if you were not taking a holiday over New Year's, like our fund, we were on heightened alert. I think I slept 2 hours a night for 3 or 4 days straight, and the price moved from 7,000 to 8.5. And so that was a big payday. We moved up from there. The good thing about that was that everything was bullish, including the spot markets were leading. The spot markets were leading the futures markets, which is a really good sign, because that means that real investors are putting money in. We saw a lot of money flow in, a lot of Tether and USDC being minted as inroads, and that was a really good kind of low risk move, because everything was solid.
You know what? I'm going to interrupt you for a second. What is your view on Tether? Because we always end up in these crazy debates. Is Tether pumping the price of Bitcoin? Is it not pumping the price of Bitcoin? Is Tether legit, not legit? I always end up in these debates because people, for some reason, seem to be perpetual Bitcoin bulls, and at the same time complain that Bitcoin price is being manipulated to the upside because of Tether, which seems to be a contradiction of being happy about the price of Bitcoin rising. And arguing with these people just drives me nuts.
It's probably one of the biggest conspiracy theories in Bitcoin, in my opinion. I've said this many times that I don't think there's anything fishy going on. You know, I put a lot of my funds into Tether at the 2018 bear market, right? So obviously I trusted enough. I did enough research. You know, I have friends in the industry who meet with the guys there, and this friend in particular said that it doesn't look like anything's going on there. Looks like there was a campaign to discredit them by the who was that? Bitfinex or something? There was a.
Oh, Bitfinex was. I mean, I'm pretty. So Bitfinex stays pretty anonymous. I'm pretty sure I know who it is once he tells me who it is. like it's someone that we know, but it's someone that doesn't want to reveal themselves.
I think Tether deliberately, after a while, they tried to take them down. I think they succeeded, because there was a whole lot of conspiracy. So anyway, if you were to look at it, I'm not sure if this is true. I'm just working this out in my head, is that you can buy Tether, you buy Tether for free, right? You put money into account USDC by converting your fiat one-to-one to a stable coin. So that's free. So now you can move that stable coin to any of your exchanges of your
that's the
choice.
whole purpose of its existence.
To buy Bitcoin. So it's one of the cheapest inroads in to buy Bitcoin. Because if you're going to go through over-the-counter dealers, it's very expensive. If you're going to go through Coinbase Pro, I think the fees. Coinbase Pro is not known to be the cheapest.
Well, this is why there's so much Tether out there in circulation, right? Because Bitfinex is the company that basically bought and took over Tether. So what happens is Bitfinex has X amount of Tether. People want to move their value off of Bitfinex. How do you move it? You can either move the Bitcoin or you move the Tether.
Yeah.
When enough people move the Tether out of Bitfinex, Bitfinex runs out of Tether. So they create more Tether by putting the dollar value there, because when you withdraw your Tether out,
that doesn't work. Like they should have that. They should have that, right? When you're buying Tether to sell Bitcoin, they should have that in reserve.
No, that's what I mean. They have it in reserve, right? So people have their accounts. Like if you withdraw, people put in money with Bitfinex, whether it's in the form of US dollars or it's in the form of Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, if they put in US dollars and they could pull out in USDC, and then you have to mint.
Right, and
that's if they're trading USD for Tether.
Right, and
but not from Bitcoin.
And if Bitfinex, it's a profitable exchange. So they have dollars on hand. They just put their own dollars into Tether. They mint more Tether, and then people buy into that Tether, and then they withdraw it out.
Hey, we should like turn on the lights because it's just like a black screen out there.
Are there lights out here?
Hey,
hey guys, do you know if there's any lights out here?
Is there a? Yeah, we need some lights.
I mean, we don't really need the lights, but people will just see a dark little corner background. Yeah, I'll try to bring you one of these streams during the day. I mean, the view out here is awesome with all the kite surfers.
Yeah. The thing with the section here, I think when we quite well. Actually does work quite well. I was surprised.
Okay, we're back. We're back, guys. Got disconnected for a second.
I might turn my little phone on too and give you a little bit of lighting. Phone lighting.
Yeah, we got all the lights. Hold on a second. We're setting up a... There you go.
The phone lighting.
Oh yeah, maybe I'll use that. We can use the bag. Boom. Right there. How's that lighting going?
How's your internet? It's shit. Just put it up on the bar.
No, but we're picking it up.
Like your signal's 1 dot.
I know, but it was better before. But even 1 dot's okay as long as we have.
I'm turning this off so that I just had that on for the.
We'll tell how bad it is. Are we back? All right.
Not in the way.
No, it's fine.
I wonder if we got Wi-Fi password yet.
Lagging a lot, but it's okay.
Oh, here we go. I got the Wi-Fi password. Here we go. Try that. That's the
you got the Wi-Fi password. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna switch Wi-Fi's. So here's a comment. Tether is legit according to Tone.
You're not streaming right now, eh?
No, we are.
Are we?
Someone is saying Tether is legit according to Tone. I didn't say that.
No, according to me.
I've never owned Tether. I have zero intention of owning Tether. Tom will remember, just like Roger talked about Mt. Gox exchange. I have never held Tether in my life. I never intend to hold Tether. The New York Attorney General is going to tell us whether Tether is legit or not.
Tone, let's just go off here and go to the fast Wi-Fi.
All right. This one?
Working great.
All right. All right. Now we should be good. All right. What I am saying is, I understand how Tether is supposed to work, and I have not yet seen enough evidence to convince me that Tether is a scam, unlike Ethereum, unlike any shitcoin that prints money. So all the evidence that I've seen against Tether has not yet convinced me that Tether is a scam. My tolerance for identifying scams is actually really high. You guys think I call everything a scam, but my tolerance is insanely high for calling things a scam. If you print your own money, you're a scam, which unfortunately is 99.9999999% of the crypto space, because they all want to print their own money. So they're scams. But Tether has not yet proven to me that they're printing money out of thin air, unlike, say, Ethereum or Ripple or anything else.
I'm just looking at the chat room. Thank you, Runa. He gave us a Wi-Fi password in the chat room.
Holy shit. That's good, OPSEC. If you're ever in Boracay, you guys have no idea how hard it is to get to Boracay. Like, it's a tiny island. You can only get here by like a boat. Did he really give it to you in the live chat?
Look, there it is. There it is. Yeah. Good on you. Thank you, Runa, who kindly donated his apartment for this stream.
Hold on, where is he? I want to make him a. It's funny. He's actually watching the stream. Yeah, you guys don't know how funny it is. So we're streaming from a person's rooftop apartment who is not here, but is watching on the live stream and gave us the password to his Wi-Fi in the live chat. That's hilarious. I don't think I ever actually called Tether an outright scam. I am not, Jesus Christ, guys. Why does everything have to be black and white? I am neither defending nor calling out Tether. It's one of these things that we will find out the end result on. I am neither promoter or, a critic of Tether. It's something that serves a function. I don't have to be a Democrat or a Republican. I can choose to vote with my opinion, right? I have neither the evidence to call Tether a scam nor a reason to actually promote it. So I am neither of these things. Anyway, let's move on, Willie. Let's talk about the analytics.
Oh yeah, so
I've been frustrated enough with this.
You can pull that chart back up.
Right,
I wonder if I can send you a chart. Let's have a look here. Yeah, so after
what am I screen sharing right now?
I don't know.
Okay, so this was the channel that I was going to show people. So this is the channel that Willie was talking about. We broke this channel. No matter how you draw this channel, the downward channel has been broken. Here it is on a 4-hour scale. This is the channel we were talking about.
So I'm going to send you a chart on Instant Messenger.
All right, go for it.
And let's do it here. We got that.
I sure connected my portable monitor, but there's really no room for it.
Okay, it's on your Messenger.
I got it.
Got it.
I
All right,
got your
pull that
chart.
one up.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
so it's pretty low
nope,
res.
no, nope, it's not pulled up yet. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, and now I gotta do this. Boom! Now it's pulled up. All right, what are we looking at here?
So you can see, this is really down below at the red line.
Use this guy to highlight
Right.
the control button.
Okay, this is so this red line is really tracks investor momentum, velocity, what do you want to call it, investor activity, right? And this is generally
Hey, you're fine. You don't have to hold
people coming in, new money coming in and buying bitcoins. On generally that looks like.
So what's the time scale here?
You should be able to tell
can
from
you
the.
click on it?
There you go. Here we go. So around what you see here is the investment activity started to come in around. It bottomed here in November and it started moving upwards in December. I have other, this is longer time frame. These medium term time frames. I've removed that here just for the clarity of what I'm going to say a little bit soon. But essentially, the investor activity started to pick up. So if you were to look at this, it started to drop, and the price action followed. Up until here, you would have thought, okay, this might be consolidation. We're going to move up a bit, but actually, the investor activity dropped off, and that forced the price down. Mind you, this is also plus token, and but like here we're seeing it move up. What you're seeing here in the light blue line is very fast acting oscillations in the same signal essentially. So what I'm saying here is that we had a huge move upwards, and this last move wasn't joined by investor activity. In fact, it's gone down. So what we're seeing, and you can see it, you see the spot markets are lagging the futures markets. Like there's a lot of longs buying up Bitcoin and contracts to push the price higher. To me, it looks a little bit like when we were at $9,000 back here somewhere. We saw the same thing happen, that from 9,000 is about here. This move from here to here was derivatives led. Like everyone was long derivatives, but actually the spot markets were priced below derivatives, which meant that there wasn't new money coming in for that. And so this last move here is reminiscent of that. And if you were to look at that across the last 6 months, we've got this down channel. If you can they see this on this cursor? See this down channel? Well, once we cleared that, and I think the most conservative one was about here. It cleared all of the resistance channels, and now resistance is support. That's when we started to see the futures markets go long, and the investors haven't really it's actually the investment volume's gone down. You see it's dropping. So a lot of this is derivatives led, and I feel like it might be another repeat of 9,000 to 14,000, where we had a whole lot of speculative longs pushing the price up.
Right. So we can see that in BitMax funding rate.
Yeah.
So here's one version that has really gotten pretty,
exactly
favoring the shorts here. And here is the other one.
Yeah.
I don't really, they're a little different. I don't know which one is better than the other.
That's funding. So if you go back to this one,
yeah,
the blue is funding and the yellow is the difference between the spot and the futures or BitMax.
Oh, okay,
so
got it.
you watch. I was very comfortable longing was when this thing was in the negative.
Right here,
and,
yeah.
We
all throughout January.
Yeah, and it was actually quite negative on the smaller time frames. If you switch down to it's like the 4 hour or below, it was often negative here. But as soon as we started to go massively positive, the confidence dropped out. Like those first 2 weeks of January, well, before it pumped there.
Sorry, oh my bad. There you go.
This was where I started to be more conservative in the long position. as we
So
started.
that was around January 13th.
Yeah. So, I mean, Murad really called this actually. He's got an innate sensitivity to timing. He said like 2 weeks out, look for 6th of January.
So this one is so what about this one? This is just the funding
That's
rate.
just funding, which is the blue on the other chart.
Oh,
I believe it.
Thank you. Now I know the
Yeah.
difference between the two. Okay. So you feel that we're a little bit overextended here and in need of a bigger pullback?
No.
You don't.
I'm saying that futures is leading, that there's no fundamental activity justifying these higher prices. But we saw that at 9,000, we ran up to 14,000.
That's true.
If you look at the buying activity, every dip is being bought on the futures market, and there's a whole lot of bids sitting underneath here. So we do not know how high this would go. I'm a fundamentals guy, and right now I can't use my signal because I know we're in a particularly it's like the blow off. No, so it's like the short squeeze from 2014, right? It's like there's no point in looking. There's no point in looking at fundamentals. It's squeezing activity.
My view on it is this: it's a little overvalued, it's a little overhyped, but you stay with the trend until it ends.
Correct. Yeah. So
how will you know when a trend ends?
This is like rocket science, moving averages.
So what sign do you look for that the trend has ended?
I wanna see bids on BitMEX start to drop away, and there's just nothing but free fall. I want to see us get much closer to the halvening date, because generally we've got this kind of front running activity.
So this is it's a 3-day chart, should be the weekly chart, right? So let's look at the weekly chart for a second. My view, because again, I'm a sequential guy. So from a sequential perspective, it looks good. It looks good for about 5 more weeks until momentum could potentially run out.
And then it could go chop, 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 chop.
Yeah, but if we make it back to that $11,000-$12,000 vicinity, this would look like first of all, look a giant cup and handle. It will solidify a higher low. It would also challenge the prior swing high.
Yeah.
So I will certainly lose my bets that I have.
What's that body up there? Is that 12 and a half?
This is about 12. 11.6.
Okay.
11.6.
Okay. Because I could see us hitting that quite easily in the time we've got. See, 14,000 is an interesting one. That's a wick, but
yeah, 14,000 is not interesting to me.
If you were to look at 14,000 on the monthly, or sorry, let's just go to the monthly chart. There it is.
No, over here.
Right. Oh, touchscreen. I hit it. Great.
No, well, you didn't, but it is a touchscreen. But
okay, right.
Here's
whatever. Let's go. You got it there, right? Touch that?
What are you looking for?
The highest body.
The highest body.
What's that? Yeah, it's 14,000.
14.
It's very interesting because whenever we break the body on a monthly, Bitcoin runs to the next all-time high.
Well, the reason why I said 14,000 is not that interesting to me because I'll be a big bull before we get there. What's interesting to me is like the $11,50, $12,000 area. Yeah. Because I think if we can clear 11,50, 12,000, then everything else becomes easy to break.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if it goes above 14, but who knows? I don't do price targets.
I'm very surprised if it goes above 11.5, but if it does, I become a huge bull.
I kind of feel like 11.5, 12, that's doable. Like, given how much front running we're going to get from the halvening. But yeah, it's a different game this year, eh? Just because there's so many quant funds trading this, it can go in whatever direction it wants.
So if I go back to this daily chart, right? For me, we're still technically at a lower high than this swing. This was the swing like our last day in Bali. By the way, Willy is coming back to Bali, and he's also coming to the Dominican Republic for the financial summit. Want to say a few quick words? Little plug.
Yeah, you guys should go to this. It's well, definitely the Bali one was the best crypto event I've been to so far, because it's a very close-knit group, and just because it's so expensive, the people that turn up are pretty interesting self-made people. So it's a really good ground to make friends from around the world. I mean, hell, we are here in Boracay because we made friends with
Oh, that's right. Because
Runa,
the
who
people,
just gave us the password.
Yeah. So
And yeah, so you'll make friends all around the world, and just adds to life, you know.
yeah. So the people you are here staying with and kite surfing are the people that you met for the first time
At the summit.
At the summit. Yeah.
So yeah, no, it's good. It's I wouldn't even call it networking. I'm not a fan of networking, but I think it's a good place to find new friends with common interests.
Yeah, it's awesome. And Willy will also be at Unconfiscatable. If you learn how to play poker with him,
You just told me what to do.
And
It was fun though.
he's gonna be like Giacomo. He's gonna study on a plane. We're gonna try to get him into the actual game.
He study on the plane.
Yeah, that's what Giacomo did. He lasted pretty well.
Good on him.
Yeah, so it's gonna be another great conference. All right, let's get back to the charts. All right, so Willy, so what is your? We do want to go grab some dinner. We do have some friends waiting for us to finish the stream. So your thoughts on what's going on, where we're going, and people love the shit coins. They're pumping again.
Oh, let's do some shit. Shit coins are like in a. Let's do it. Shit coins are in a new. What is it? What do they call it? Alt season.
Alt season. All right. Bitcoin. So you think we could run up to that 11, 12,000?
Who cares about Bitcoin? Let's talk about shit coins.
Right,
that's where the money's at.
All right. Well, let's talk about shit coins. Send me some charts.
I want to send you some charts. Like, Litecoin is kind of like the canary in the coal mine. It is the one you want to follow. Some people use Ethereum.
You didn't hear him say that on my channel.
I prefer Litecoin.
Okay, I prefer Litecoin. Can you please be more specific? You prefer Litecoin for trading purposes?
Yes.
And not for hodling purposes?
Seriously, I only buy the futures contract. I really love. It's, you know, I've said it before, it's like BitMEX, not blockchain, because you don't have to actually hold these coins. You can just trade it, and it's more liquid. You know, the liquidity on these futures exchange, you can get in and out of $1 million position within minutes. Try doing that on spot market. So it's very liquid. And so you don't need to hold these coins. You can just buy the contract if you're a trader.
All right. So when Willy just made a statement that says BitMEX, not blockchain, what he means is if you are interested in Litecoin, it's better to do it with derivatives contracts instead of actually using Litecoin.
If you're in for the trade, if you're a believer in Litecoin and that it's going to do the flipping with Bitcoin, then buy Litecoin.
No, really?
Yes. If you believe that Litecoin is going to usurp Bitcoin, then buy Litecoin and hodl it till the cows come home.
And if you do believe in that, please get your IQ checked. All right, go
on. So I tweeted this. I said, here, right here, minor capitulation, difficulty ribbon recovery. This is saying miners are dumping, most likely. They're dumping and dumping and dumping because the price is coming down.
So the blue line is the price of Litecoin.
Blue line is the USD. The orange line is the Satoshi value. And here,
right. So this is Litecoin versus dollars in the blue, and the Litecoin versus Bitcoin on the orange.
And so at this point, every time it recovers, recovery, pump, recovery, pump. If I had the price, I can tell you, this was, you know, this might have been pre-trading on Mt. Gox, but I tell you, if there was a market there, it would be pumping just from that. Every time this compresses and recovers, we get a pump. And this was the biggest capitulation we've ever seen in history of Litecoin. And I tweeted about here that this thing's going to break up out of that channel, which it did. And if you've done that, you would have done that at below $40, and now it's $70 now. There's, what's that, 75% gain. And if you're leverage trading on BitMEX or any of the derivative exchanges, That is a very safe bet. I want to show you what Litecoin looks like on the blockchain. Coming up next.
All right, you got another chart coming from Willy.
Right, let's chuck that over there. Let's give you. Okay, you got it.
You got it.
Is that it? Is that clipped? Oh no, here we go.
There it is.
All right, so we saw the same thing. You've got a ribbon recovery, which is historically over whatever, 8 years. That's the bottom. You're seeing investor activity climb. You're seeing this massive pump in the short time frame. This thing was a long for me with no stops. Check in on every 3 days.
So you just went like almost like all in your shitcoin portfolio into Litecoin.
I don't have a portfolio of shitcoins. I just buy contracts with BTC collateral, or if it's in a bull, or USD collateral, it's a bear. So yeah, that was like a no stop sort of bull run. Right now I'm a little bit cautious because the short time frame's pulling back a bit, and it's had such a huge run, but it's probably going to make a little neckline across here and then continue up. I think it's going to go higher.
Let me ask you a fundamental question.
And this means that all the alts pump in tandem. So we've got a little bit of a alt season happening.
Let me ask you a fundamental question. So Litecoin needs to perpetually double in value every 4 years for their halving to maintain their mining structure. Do you agree?
Can you say it again?
Litecoin would have to double in value every 4 years to maintain their hash rate. Right?
Sure.
Do you think Litecoin can do that for the next 2 halvings?
Yeah.
Do you think you can?
Let's just go back to the earlier chart that I sent. Do you have the first, this one? Let's go here.
That's the first chart.
Okay, here we go. Yeah. So, I've said this before, it's a tweet storm. There are 2 types of coins. I call them degenerate coins and oscillators, right? So, you know, my definition of a shit coin is a degen. It just goes to 0.
So that's a degenerate coin.
A degenerate coin, when you look at the Satoshi value of it, it's a straight line. It's a linear line downwards.
So like Zcash.
Yeah, so Zcash is too early. Like what you want to see.
Like Dogecoin.
No, it's an oscillator. You want to see something like Namecoin or any of the about 2,300 coins are degenerates. They will just,
the ones that no one talks about anymore.
They go downwards and they just keep going downwards. So, you know, Omni, what is it, Counterparty. I'm just thinking of any coin I can remember from 2014. But there's a handful. I haven't done the numbers on it, but I can tell you Doge's an oscillator, Litecoin's an oscillator, Ethereum's an oscillator, Monero's an oscillator. These things are in an orbit around Bitcoin. They trade against Bitcoin, and you can see this here in the orange line. If you do the long-term line here, it's horizontal. It's going up and down against Bitcoin. So what they're proving is that they've got some amount of store of value long-term. So if I had bought Litecoin anytime in here, it's kind of keeping up with Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin. Probably Bitcoin's just pulling it up. And so you get these, you get a handful of coins that are orbiting Bitcoin. And these are oscillators. And the great thing about oscillators is that you can trade them. You can trade them at the bottom of their cycle. You can go long in alt season and you get out at the top. And on top of that, because they are oscillators, if you look at the orange line, use it as an oscillator. Use it like MACD, use it like RSI. You can see divergences there. You can see this right now, right? So see this point here, higher high, lower low, bear divergence. What happened to the price? It went down. So what else here? Here, this point here, This point here, high. What happened
Versus Bitcoin,
here?
it didn't do well. Right,
there,
low.
right there, right? Lower low. Remember, this is an oscillator. What do we know about that? That is a hidden bullish divergence. This thing is acting as an oscillator signal. So,
So do you think
that was another confluence. You just long that shit.
So do you see Litecoin breaking?
This is over a year, by the way.
Do you see Litecoin breaking the 2019 swing high in dollars?
I think it'll go over $100. It's got a bear channel there. Like, well, it's got that resistance there. If you look at the Satoshi value, maybe it hits as high as that. There's a fair chance. I think there's more chance it will. What, this peak here?
Well, the dollar price, right? So
yes,
that looks about 150.
I think there's more chance of it exceeding that than not, because it's revolving around Bitcoin and Bitcoin's on its run up. So I think that we will get a new all-time high in Litecoin through this next bull cycle of Bitcoin.
All right. So
my view is hodl Bitcoin, trade alts, but don't hold the underlying if you're trading, because it's not as liquid.
All right, I think we're gonna be wrapping this up. We gotta go grab some dinner. I will have Willy have a laugh at me. So Willy, so I made this bet with a good friend of mine. He'll probably come out to DR for the financial summit. He'll definitely be at Unconfiscatable. So we were hanging out, drinking a bunch of wine at dinner. This was about like 6 months ago or something. So here's the bet that I made with him. That Bitcoin will not spend more than 90 days above $10,000 in 2020.
Ooh, and you're saying
it will not.
I'll probably take the other side of the bet, actually.
So I'm saying that Bitcoin will not spend more than 90
1
days.
quarter of the year.
But but because I was drinking a little too much, I was supposed to say in a row, but I didn't say in a row.
Okay.
So he has the advantage here. So it's 90 days total, randomly, not in a row, above 10K in 2020.
I'd be on the other side of your bet, eh? Like, I think it's going to spend more than 90 days above 10,000.
All right. Well, because it looks like I'm going to lose the bet to Crypto Man Ran of CNBC Crypto Trader Africa.
Did you bet him on that as well?
No. I bet him something else. So I bet him almost a year ago, that Bitcoin will touch 4,500. We only fell to 6.5.
Oh, on this retrace.
Right. So but that
I could have told you that wouldn't happen. Eh?
No, wait, but that bet was made like back here. That bet was made back in May of last year.
Hard to look at that. Yeah.
The bet was made in May of last year that Bitcoin would pull back to 4.5.
Still. I remember tweeting percentage bottom is in around there.
Oh yeah. This was a little bit after that April video that we did. You were 90%
but then
short,
I ran the survey and we had everyone, like all the traders, even Novograts, and majority was like 70% the bottom's in, and I was like, what was I, 95%?
90, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it would get.
Well, bottoms in is 3,000. I was only going to 4.5.
The biggest joke on crypto Twitter is that Bitcoin's going to go to 5,000. Every time it looks bearish, everyone goes 5,000. It's like, forget it, guys. No way.
Well, yeah, if everyone's going 5,000,
everyone was going 5,000. We were longing 7,000.
It's either got to go way below that, or it's got to stay way above that.
Yeah, stay way above. Yeah,
it's one of the two.
The thing you notice about crypto Twitter is it's always laggy by a week or two after the price breaks in another direction. It's always talking about the price target of what's happened a week or two ago. It's never leading.
I agree. By the way, guys, if you look at my current arrows right here, I am certainly leaning more bullish than bearish.
Yeah, no, it's long time frame. It's
for the time being.
Technically, it's bullish. Fundamentally, it's a little bit not supported. But in this point, like the futures is all technical. Right now, the futures are dominating. They're on cocaine. They want to go higher.
All right, guys, we're gonna go get some dinner. It's enough wine for us before we have some food. and saying goodbye from Boracay, Philippines. I'll bring you guys a stream during the day from here. You'll see like 100 kite surfers behind me. It's insane. Also, actually, no, wait. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna try to watch the Super Bowl somewhere. Super Bowl is on at 7:30 in the morning here. We're gonna have to find a place to watch it. I have no idea how we're gonna watch it, but I'll watch it.
We'll stream it here and order breakfast.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Shout out to Runar. Thank you for letting us use your nice, awesome rooftop terrace and giving us the Wi-Fi password to get the stream going. And man, I miss the Philippines. I'm gonna be back here. I'm gonna announce it now. There was a Philippines blockchain week in June. I will be speaking, and then maybe I'll hang around Philippines for like a few weeks or something. I really like it here. It's great. The world is awesome. Willy, thank you so much for joining me on the stream. And I'll see you in at the round table.
Round table.
Later, guys.
See ya.